the culture of our program is built on our seniors and giving everything we got for them. And so going into this game, we knew Point Loma is an outstanding program, outstanding team. They have a really good player, but they have a lot of good players. The game was what you would expect at a high level, and it was a strong college basketball game. We got down. Our guys, like they've done so much, especially in the last month, they kept fighting back. Our bench was really good. We came in. We had a little bit of early fouls, but then they had fouls into the half, and we really capitalized. We made it a one-point game at half. We start the half well, and players made plays on both sides. They made a few more at the end of the day, and I thought I thought Preston Beverly was really the difference in the game, and because his physicality in the post, even though he was 4 for 10 at the free throw line, you say, hey, that didn't hurt you. It killed us because it disrupted how we wanted to guard. It got us into foul trouble in multiple positions. So, again, that's excellent coaching, excellent execution on their part. They deserve victory. They really guard hard, have a high level of respect for that. And but beyond that, I'm so proud of this group, proud of these 3 seniors here. More than just this game, again, like I say, they have really stamped their fingerprints solid into the culture. So for us, it's important that our underclassmen understand what it takes to get to this level, then to maybe push forward. And these guys have done this. There was a lot of sorrow in our locker room, and Johnny Dawkins put it best the other night when their team lost to Duke in a heartbreaker, and he said there are 2 types of locker rooms, one of celebration or one of heartache. And if you have either of those, it's because of the amount of time and effort that you've invested. And so I'm just extremely proud of where our program is because of what they've stamped it.
Okay, we'll open up for questions. Go ahead.
Alex, you grew up with this program. It's basically kind of been all that you've known throughout your life. You're now the career leading scorer. Obviously, team accomplishments, I know you place those over individual feats, but just kind of what are the emotions of being able to say that and, kind of hang your jersey up now?
I really haven't, I haven't thought much about it a whole lot yet, and I think, down the road, I think it'll definitely be something I'll look back on and think is really cool, but man, I wanted to win so bad, and I know these other guys did too, and man, it sucks right now, but like Coach was saying, I feel like we made a great culture here, a culture of working hard and playing our heart out every single night, and I'm proud of us for doing that.
Go ahead.
To the 3 seniors, obviously growing up together, this isn't the way you wanted to end it, but can you guys talk about what this experience, not only the tournament, but playing together at USI has meant to you?
Jacob, you want to go ahead and start?
It's really hard to describe. You're 2 of your best friends in the entire world. You grew up together, you play high school ball together, and you experience things that very few people get to experience with the run that we had our senior year, and then just the friendship we had, and then getting to have 4 more years at an incredible university and experience success. It's indescribable. It's hard to put into words. It's really special, and I think that's why it hurts really bad right now.
Nate?
Just only being here 2 years, it felt like, forever for me, being with these guys again. They give it their all every night, and, I want to thank Coach Watson for everything he's done. Gave me a chance to come out of junior college, and, he's taught me so many things about the game, on the court and off the court, and, we just try to be the best leaders we could be for these young guys, and, I think the program really has a, high, they're going to have high expectations next year, and that's with a good reason.
Alex?
Yeah, getting to play with these couple guys for so long has been really special. I've said it before, but it's just such a unique opportunity. You don't see 3 guys who play together in high school play together in college. It's not something that happens very often, so it's really unique, really. It was such a great opportunity for us, and it was so fun, especially going on this run. just leading these guys. I've never had this much fun in my life.
My question's for all three players. What's it mean to you guys to have this much fan outpour and support?
I'll start. Man, it was awesome. It was rocking in here both nights. Man, that just gives us so much energy, and I hope that sets a tone for the upcoming years for USI. Just continuous support from students and other fans as well. It makes the game so much more fun for everyone.
I mean, yeah, whenever you look up and you see thousands of people cheering for you, I mean, you have to give it your all. I mean, there's no other choice, and, that's what I think we did tonight and, the past couple of games. And, unfortunately, we didn't come out with the win, but, you see the game. We played it about as hard as we could play, and, it's just the city of Evansville has just been amazing to me throughout, my college basketball career and high school career, and I just want to thank everyone, and it's just been awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously amazing. There was one point in the game where I looked up against that sea of students, and it was just surreal. I mean, they were incredibly loud. They were standing the whole game, and obviously, I think it was a really, really sweet opportunity for the three of us and the rest of our team. And I hope that moving forward, it kind of sets a standard for USI basketball with the new arena. Just moving forward, and that everybody will be excited, and that they'll really pack the new arena, and we'll have good crowds, and then it'll be a culture moving forward.
Up on the deck.
Yeah, Alex, I know it's tough to think about right now, but what does it mean to you now that you're the all-time leading scorer in the program's history, and what does this mean, just as a reflection on your career as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a really cool accomplishment. I've worked hard for so many years, just at my game, trying to lead our team to wins. And like I said before, too, I think it's something I'll look back on and think is a really cool accomplishment. And but too, I haven't thought about it a whole lot. I mean, just thinking about these guys and our team, and how much fun we had all year, and just how much I'm going to miss it.
Go ahead, up on the deck.
Either one of you guys can answer this question. When you reflect back or just think about the Elite Eight run, the deficits, the comebacks, the holding on to victories, what do you guys think about just your Elite Eight experience?
If you look at the path we had to take to get to where we got, it's probably one of the harder routes anyone took this year. We played 3 or 4 top-ranked teams in the country, and some of those teams were the best defensive teams in the country. And, we just gave it our all. And, like tonight we were down 10. We knew we could fight, the courage we have to come back from anything. I mean, we showed that against Bellarmine. We showed that against Lewis. And, I hope that we can set that standard for teams moving forward, that, you don't have to give up if you're down 10, or, I mean, just even in life, if you're down, just everything can get better. And, Coach Watson, Coach Gant, and Coach Owen have really taught us that, and it's been huge for us.
We got time for a few more questions. Go ahead.
You guys have talked about setting the standard. What is your message to the guys coming back next year?
I mean, I think just bring it every day. Bring energy, work hard every single day, and just have that mindset every single day. We're going to work harder than every other team in the country, and we're going to that's what USI is going to be about. And I think just in our time here, I think guys have seen how hard we've worked, how much time we put in, because we want to win. And I know all those other guys in the locker room want to do the same thing. So I think, just instilling that drive and work ethic in those guys, and they're gonna have success in the future.
Rodney, every time you guys fell behind by 10, it seemed to be a 1-2 possession game just a couple minutes later. What do you think it just is about these guys that they just didn't give up no matter the situation these last basically month?
I kept hearing other coaches describe us as physical, and I like that. And, when you're around a group every day, you kind of, I guess you take those sorts of things for granted, but not only physically am I pleased with how we've physically gotten stronger, we've gotten tougher in moments. I was especially pleased with how this team in the last 2 months how they were so resilient. And Nate really touched on it a lot about, whether you're up, whether you're down. I mean, life keeps going. I mean, and it's really, and I'm not trying to get corny with this, but our season's kind of like a microcosm of what their life's going to be. One thing we talked about last night was, as a team, and this goes with being down, no matter what happens this week, if this is the happiest time in our life, if this is the greatest moment of our life, we have really failed them. But without question, even the way that this tournament ended for us tonight, this will be a measuring stick for when they're married, when they have kids, when they have baptisms, when they have so many other greater things in life, and they're going to measure it to this success that they've had at this point. And so in terms of getting down, these guys are tough. They're not only just physical. I mean, they fought for balls. That team we played was tough. They were tough also. And we had to fight for every single catch all night long, and we made them fight for stuff. They made some really good plays, man. Dalton is he's going to make a lot of money playing this game because he was making shots with hands above his eyes. So, again, these guys have set this culture. It goes back to what I was told by Bobo and Jarrell when they were freshmen, and they would come in June and July and play pickup games, and they never called a foul, ever, the whole summer. Never called a foul. That is toughness. And then they went and won the first time mile, and Bobo Drummond looked at me and goes, "How'd you get these two guys?" And Billis has a book on toughness. These guys, they live it.
One last question.
Coach, I guess just kind of going off that then is, just, I guess, reflect on these seniors. In what ways have they really kind of left this program better than they found it?
Oh, they've created a work ethic, a humility factor. These guys, Alex, and we're talking about the number of points. These guys are humble. You've got a guy sitting in the middle that said to me to start the season, "I think I'm better for this team coming off the bench." Who does that? Humble guys do that want to win, that put themselves behind the program. And so they're going to be impossible to replace, but we're going to be looking for them, for those types of guys. And hopefully, I don't think you can really go recruit that culture. I think it has to continue to grow, but they've planted an important seed. They've laid a foundation, all those analogies that are so critical to be successful from this point going forward. And I'll say this, because I think we're going to close up, but again, I want to reflect on the thing I talked about last night and what Nate mentioned, and just what a first-class operation this NCAA tournament was, the city of Evansville getting behind us, all of our fans, our student body. I hope that they will now really embrace us as their team, and they will realize that they had an important impact on our success as we move into the new building. I hope that everyone, hope we got everyone's name, because we're going to be sending them a season ticket brochure. And I think what we've shown this group, again, I know it's been this way in the past, and I think we've recreated here. This can be a lot of fun. And I'll say this finally. School spirit drives the academic mission. I don't say that because Dr. Rashawn's in here. I'm telling you, this is I know this after being here for 3 decades in higher education. The spirit drives your academic mission, or it doesn't seem like your degree's worth anything. What you saw out of this group, what you see out of Coach Archuleta's teams, what you see out of our theater, what you see out of the different organizations on our campus, we fuel that spirit that then drives our academic mission. And that's what this thing's really all about. This is, at the end of the day, some really smart president years and years ago said, "Hey, let's do some activity where we can get publicity." And these guys emulate what it's like on a college campus, what you're supposed to do on this campus.